Warning: when stone panels are cut, drilled, or shaped, it will create dust. This dust may contain crystalline silica, which can pose a health risk. For cutting, drilling, or grinding stone, a NIOSH N95 dust mask, hearing and eye protection such as a face shield are required to be worn. Here's how to cut with a wet saw. Place panels face up with insert side down on the saw table. Mark the stone panel where it will be cut. Do not cut more than one panel at a time. Use a continuous rim diamond saw blade rather than a segmented blade for cutting stone facade. Segmented blades can cause cracking and chipping of panels. The blade should pass through the panel slowly to avoid cracking. Try to avoid cutting through one of the bottom panel locking tabs because these tabs will vibrate during cutting and may crack the panel. Dust from cutting will leave a chalky appearance if not removed. Clean cut edges of panels by dipping or rinsing them in a 5-gallon bucket of clean water after cutting. Frequently changing the recirculating water in the wet saw also helps keep the panels clean. And here's a pro tip. Try and position the panel so when cutting, the blade's final path is through stone rather than the exposed parts of the steel insert. Having the last path through stone rather than steel helps keep the blade sharp. Trimming and staggered cuts are best made with a hand grinder with OSHA-approved guard and a diamond wheel or masonry abrasive wheel for grinding. While not recommended, a saw with dry diamond blade or abrasive masonry blade can be used to cut stone facade panels and accessories. Use tin snips or a grinder to cut the metal insert. Holes can be made with a drill using a masonry bit or masonry hole saw, or a grinder with a masonry blade. Fasten panels using an impact screwdriver or drill. Using an impact driver is recommended as it makes driving screws easier and lessens the chance of stripping screw heads. Fasten the panel to the wall using number 8 by 1.5 inch stainless steel wood screws, pan, or truss head. When installing stone facade panels and accessories 14 inches or wider, use a minimum of 3 screws. 2 of the screws are to be placed within 3 inches of either end of the panel, 1 on each end. The third screw shall be fastened within 3 inches of the center point, between the other 2 fasteners. Additional screws can be placed wherever is needed to properly secure the panel to the wall. Do not use nails to apply stone facade, as nails do not have the holding strength to support stone facade panels. For panels less than 14 inches, you must have a minimum of 2 fasteners. 2 of the fasteners are to be placed within 3 inches of either end of the panel, 1 on each end. Additional fasteners can be placed wherever is needed to properly secure the panel to the wall. If a panel has less than 2 holes in the fastening flange, arrangements with mating panels must be made to accommodate a longer panel length, such that no individual panel on the wall has less than 2 holes in the fastening flange. When stone facade panels and/or accessories are cut or modified in a way that removes the fastening flange, they must be face fastened. This can occur when installing under a windowsill, in a gable, or at the top of a wall. Pre-drill holes for the face fasteners by drilling a pilot hole through the stone panel using a 7/32 inch masonry bit. Avoid running into interference from the metal insert by looking at the cut edge of the panel to see where the inserts are located prior to selecting a drilling point for the attachment hole. If the masonry drill bit runs into the stainless steel insert, which is integrated throughout the panel, you may not be able to drill through this seam of the panel. Patch the hole using color-matched exterior-grade sanded caulk, and then try another location on the panel for drilling your hole. Drill a countersinking hole in the same location, using a 3/8 inch masonry bit. making sure to leave a minimum of a ½ inch of stone behind the head of the screw. Use a 2½ inch stainless steel screw for attachment of the panel. If the screw has minimal or no engagement into the substrate, remove the screw and re-drill the countersinking hole deeper. Drive the screw into the panel. Do not overdrive the screw as you will crack the panel. Use color-matched exterior-grade sanded caulk to cover the screw head. Snap a chalk line a minimum of 8 inches above the finished grade, or 6 inches above a paved surface. Check local building codes to verify proper clearances for your area. We recommend using a dark color trim coil to fill the space. Position the top of starter strip on the chalk line, leaving 4 inches of clearance above finished grade, or 2 inches of clearance above a paved surface. Fasten the stone facade starter strip every 8 inches to 10 inches using number 8 1½ inch stainless steel wood screws with pan or truss heads. Screw fasteners tightly to the wall. Leave a ½ inch gap between starter strips. For outside corners where 2 starter strips meet, hold starter strips back 1/2 inch from the corner on each side to allow for appropriate alignment of the corner pieces.